How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Game Over. Today we got our first deck list. Wait, what? Today we got something a bit different than what we usually have in store. It's not really this is not a current meta deck at all. Not standard, not nothing. But
technically it's not unlimited.
It's a Yveltal / Darkrai deck. The focus is mainly around Yveltal. So let me show you the premise behind this deck right now. Okay, so now that I finally got this all organized, unlike my life, we'll get started. So first card, I just kind of have a Sableye with limitation. Limitation is your opponent can't play any supported cards your next turn, or during their next turn, for Dark Energy. Just kind of something to disrupt your opponent a little bit. Nothing too crazy. Now really the main goal of this deck is to annoy people. It's really all it is. It's to annoy people and make you immortal. Get out of here. Leave. We don't want you here. But yeah, basically the deck is revolving around pretty much special conditions. But I'll get into that here in a minute. I can't pick up the freaking card.
Have you tried using your hand?
Then we have a Darkrai Prism Star, just kind of has a buffer. I've never really used this before. It's more or less just bench space, if for anything else. But I mean, 4 Dark Energy. Abyssal Sleep, 120. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep. Your opponent flips 2 coins in between turns instead of 1. But if any of them are tails, it's still asleep. So that's pretty cool. And then I could have sworn that I had more, but here is Darkrai GX. Most of you know what it does. It's pretty much immortal in a sense. And then we got Dark Cleave, 130. This attack, it's not affected by weakness or resistance. So for 3 energy, you're doing 130. And then Dead End GX, which is pretty decent, especially with this deck. I've never used the GX move for Darkrai yet, but I have a feeling I'm going to here soon. So if your opponent's active Pokemon is affected by any special conditions, it's knocked out. So yeah, it's pretty good, I'd say. You have to excuse Brandon, he's doing the dishes in the background and I can't. Next we have Darkrai EX, which basically is, I only use it for the ability, I've never used the attack. This Pokemon, if you have any Pokemon, if you control any Pokemon with Dark Energy on them, attached to it, it has no retreat cost, so it's just kind of like, that's just 6 on your bench. Good defender, if you need it. I really don't, but yeah. 2 copies of these, in case one gets prize, and then you're pretty much screwed if it's not. Now here's the fun part. 3 Hoopa from Shining Legends. This shuts down most current meta decks. Why? Because the ability. Scoundrel Guard. Prevent all effects of attacks, including damage done to this Pokemon by your opponent's EX or GX Pokemon. And then Super Cyble, 80 damage for 3 energy. So yeah, you can attack it and it's got decent HP, 120, and decent attack. So this thing saves me so much when I'm playing in tournaments with this, because we play expanded.
Unlimited?
Unlimited. When we do the tournaments. This deck, these are what save me. 9 times out of 10. The main sugar of this deck is 4. Count them 4. Yveltal GX. Why Yveltal GX? Everybody thought he was crap when he first came out. Well, you would be wrong to think that. Because he's got 180 damage. That's pretty standard. But his first attack is for 1 energy, Absorb Vitality. If this would focus, Absorb Vitality, 20 damage. Heal the same amount of damage you just did to your opponent to this Pokemon. So if you did 20 damage, heal 20 from him. If you got a choice band, you just did 50, you heal 50 damage. It's pretty good. And then Sonic Evil, 3 colorless energy, has no weakness or resistance, and 100 damage. So not even bad. And then this GX move is what I use the most. This is what saves me in a lot of matches. Doom Count GX. If your opponent has exactly 4 damage counters on it, it's knocked out. So you use Absorb Vitality twice, it's dead. I mean, yeah, it's a 3-shot kill, but in most cases, you get that damage on by doing something else. And that would be 4 copies of
Hippos.
I was about to say hippocampus.
That's an educated word for you there, bud.
I know, it's something in your brain, right? It's
Yeah, it's a part of your brain.
Yeah. So yes, we have 4 hippocampuses, or as some might call it, a hippocampi. But really, Hypnotoxic Laser, 4 copies of it. If you run any less, you're stupid. So yeah. And what does it do? Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned, and if you roll a coin and it lands on heads, it's also asleep.
Do you often roll your coins?
So yeah, that's where you get that 4 damage on most times. Or you could just come in and use Darkrai GX's attack, and if it's affected by any special conditions, then it's knocked out. So yeah. And then of course you need the necessary 2-field blower, pretty standard for any deck nowadays. 2 to 3. No, why? I don't know why you would run 4, but
1 to 2 actually. Is standard now.
Oh, huh. I forgot these Pokemon are Rangaroo because they're just staples in any deck nowadays. Yeah. Alright, then Professor Kukui. As I like to call him, Professor Cacao. I don't know why, but whatever. Draw 2 cards, and during your turn, your attacks do 20 more damage. So not even bad, it's just kind of like a new... This deck doesn't really rely too much on draw support. Once you get the Pokemon out, you're pretty much good to go because you don't need too many energies.
Plus, Yveltal does more damage, or heals more based on the amount of damage it does. The damage from Kukui does in fact count for that health regeneration.
Exactly, so that's why Yveltal is so good. I definitely recommend making an Yveltal GX deck. That's why I'm making this deck profile for you. So yeah, 4 Kukui. You could probably get away with 3, but whatever.
And as a side note, in Japan there's actually an Yveltal GX starter deck. So if you can find the deck list for that online, which you should be able to, it's actually pretty good. It's another good way to run Yveltal in standard, because that deck uses all Sun and Moon forward cards.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. So he's really not a bad GX when you pair him right.
Exactly. And then we have our standard 3 Ns. This is illegal now in standard, but the EXs are also, so as you can tell, this is not standard deck. But yeah, we got 3 Ns. We have the necessities, 3 choice bands. You need these. In any deck, any current meta deck, you need these. Not even negotiable. So we have 3 choice bands, which if you don't know what it does 30 more damage to your opponent's active GX or EX. And then we have Heart Charm, which is any damage done to this Pokemon is reduced by 20. So that's always a good guard against things that you're going against. I don't know. It's just kind of like a little added thing you can put on tool card, item card, whatever it is. So yeah, I pretty much either do these or the choice bands. And then we also got 4 Devoured Field. The attacks of your Dragon or Dark type Pokemon do 10 more damage. So like I said, heal as much damage as possible while doing as much damage as possible. Unless you're really running low on your deck and cards, then you're going to need to use your Hippocampus Laser to get that 4 damage on there, and then GX with Yveltal. And this deck is entirely basic, so we got 4 Nest Balls, a Pal Pad just because it's a pretty supporter heavy deck. You want to get them back into your deck, only running 1 copy. 1 Skyla, I always only run 1 copy too, so yeah. And then Black Belt. Black Belt, I've only used this once, but it's just kind of like a good thing to have. You can only use this prize card if you have less cards, or have more prize cards left than your opponent. And your attacks do 40 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon if you have more prize cards left. So yeah, that's pretty decent. And Lily, draw until you have 6 cards in your hand. That's, yeah, it's good for anything. Especially with current meta, people are relying on her a lot. Professor's Letter. Search your deck, put 2 basic energy cards in your hand. It's pretty standard. Professor Juniper. Discard your hand, draw 7 cards. So it's basically Sycamore. Well, it is Sycamore, just with a different name. We have Rescue Stretcher, which you can put Pokemon from your discard pile into your hand, or shuffle 3 Pokemon to your discard pile to your deck. I'm only running one of these. And last but not least, we got Gust of Wind. I might put in one more of these, honestly. I don't know what I'll take out for it, but we'll see. It's basically a Guzma without you having to switch. So choose one of your opponent's benched. Choose one of your opponent's bench Pokemon and switch that with your active, with their active. And yeah, I definitely want to put 2 in there. I might take out Lily for this. I don't know. I haven't decided yet.
And that card is just exceptionally good as it is an item card. So it will mighty it up your supporter for the turn. It's more so like Lysander from XY Phantom Forces, but without the cost of your 1 supporter per turn.
Precisely. And actually, last but not least, we are running. I honestly forget how many energies I run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We are running 11 Dark Energy. I kind of want to put some double colorless in here. I just haven't been able to get my hands on any yet because they're so in demand. But yeah, so that's it for this deck list, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We got more to come. The next one's going to be well, I don't know what the next one's going to be. I don't know what order we're uploading in a minute. But we're doing a Yu-Gi-Oh one, and then we'll be doing Magic ones here in the future. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that video, and we'll see you in the next one. And that is game over. I think. What's the outro?
And until next time, this has been Game Over.
I'll get it.